What's going on, guys? TMartin here, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic Monday. I just wanted to make a quick little vlog to talk to you guys and kind of lay everything out in the line. Give you guys the full true story straight from the source because unfortunately, and I don't understand kind of where it's coming from. But
so, he has no idea where it's coming from. Him and Pro Syndicate created a gambling site linked to children's Steam accounts and Valve or whatever. I can't, exactly the details. I think it's Steam accounts or maybe Valve. I'm not sure. But he's linked to site, created a gambling site that plays on what is medically known as a disease, the chemical gratification you get from that win-loss feeling that plagues hundreds of millions of people worldwide. And he's introducing it to children, but he doesn't know where all this hate and stuff's coming from. Are you fucking kidding me? Guys, I've got to say this real quick before getting to this video. This guy, Pro Syndicate, and there's some other YouTubers that I've never subbed to them. I've been watching YouTube for 5 to 6 years. I've never subbed to certain guys because my gut feeling tells me these guys, there's something not right with them. These guys are morally corrupt and bankrupt. And thank God I was right. These are the two of the guys that the videos are fake, the responses are fake, and it's not just that. It's just gut feeling. You've got to trust them, guys. A combination of intellect and emotions, the powerful alarm systems for that gut feeling. So it doesn't know where it's coming from. Really, because rest of the world and YouTubers and the law and the class action lawsuit against you, they all know where it comes from. It comes from your greediness. As you're giving a non-apology video, an explanation about these events from your mansion that was provided to you by kids watching your videos. The kids you are now introducing to gambling. No, but he doesn't know where it's coming from.
But there is going to be a little bit of a shitstorm headed this way, and some of the drama channels are going to pick up on it. I'm sure a lot of the hater channels are going to pick up on it.
That's because it is drama, and these aren't hater channels. These aren't people that hate you just because. I'm one of those people. I don't hate you, but there's a quality about you. Like, for me to record and watch this video, I couldn't, it's like someone was rubbing needles on my soul, on my bone, like just watching your face. Oh God, I know it's shallow, guys, but watching his face, he's got one of those faces that I just wanted to break. I just wanted to smash into the ground, and I'm not a violent person, but he's just got one of those faces. He's got a quality about him that is not trustworthy. These are not hater channels. These are not drama channels, but they are reporting on something that should be hated, and it is drama. You're introducing kids to gambling. Some kids have lost hundreds, probably thousands of dollars.
But I wanted you guys to know exactly what's going on so you guys could make your own well-informed decision. So basically what's breaking news now is that myself and a few other people, including Tom or Pro Syndicate, own CSGO Lotto. And this is something that has never been a secret.
This is something that's never been a secret? Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, he made no disclaimer on any of these videos that he was in conjunction with, sponsored by, or owned. Later on, he'll talk about the fact that you can go and check out my videos. It's in the description it says that I'm sponsored by him or in collaboration with. He's lying. He went back and edited all those videos. 8 Thoughts, H3H3 Productions, some other amazing channels that broke this story. They went back and looked at the Google cache and had snapshots of the description before and after this story broke. Before the story, not a single mention of CSGO Lotto. After the story, apparently the disclaimers suddenly appeared there. So yeah, he went back and re-edited, added the disclaimers and information to let people know that they did in fact own it. So he lied about that. It's another lie. There's no wonder this non-apology video was deleted today, guys.
I don't understand why it's this big breaking news now, because it's never been like under wraps. It's never been a secret. No, we haven't gone around like bragging about it and saying like, oh yeah, we own the site and all over social media and stuff like that, but it's also never been a secret. It's been mentioned in videos before. It's been mentioned on live streams before. It's
And right there is lying. It's been mentioned in videos, it's been mentioned on live streams. No, it hasn't. Not mentioned in it. In that you can go back and watch any of their videos if they've not deleted them. They both claimed they stumbled across this site, yeah, and that. And especially when they, out of the probably tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people on that site, him and Pro Syndicate, the two guys that own it, suddenly were in a trade-off, a gambling session against each other. Ooh, what a coincidence.
You know, it's never like been this big, scary, hidden thing, I guess is kind of what people are making it out to be. So basically the story behind it is last year, Tom and I were in LA. We were on a rooftop pool at a hotel, and we were just kind of enjoying our afternoon, swimming around and eating good food, stuff like that, just having a good time as buds. And we were talking about how we really liked similar sites, like playing on and kind of making content around similar sites. So back then, other sites were like CSGO Jackpot, CSGO Shuffle, stuff like that. And we were like, we really like those sites, but we feel like there's some improvements that could be made. And we had ideas for new game modes and all kinds of new features and stuff like that. So you're like, why don't we try to make our own? And that's exactly what we did. So I've always been a very entrepreneurial-minded person. Ever since I was like 11 years old, I was buying huge lots of electronics and cell phones and stuff like that and reselling them individually on eBay. When I was like 11, it was crazy. Then when I got a little bit older, I started a lawn mowing business. That's why I got my truck, so I could take my mower around to places and travel and kind of mow people's yards. Had a pretty big business with that. YouTube, I don't really consider to be as much of in that same category, because really YouTube was just a hobby that happened to turn into a job. It's not like I started thinking I was going to make money at it. I didn't know you could make money until like 2 years into it. So that doesn't really count. But I've always been like the type of person that looks for a problem and wants to solve it and wants to improve it and wants to make it better. And there's
So Tom, Pro Syndicate, I've got this problem. There's not enough underage kids gambling. I think, as an entrepreneurial type of guy, I think I can solve this problem for you.
It's kind of like a breed of people, I guess. I don't know, some people are just kind of wired that way. That's how I've always been. So this was a really cool project for me. I was really excited about it. I had a couple of buddies who I used to play Call of Duty with who ended up being super high up, like software web developers. And they were like, you know what, we can do this. So I put together a team and I built a site. And my entire goal with the site was to improve upon it from all aspects, both in the legality terms. Now, obviously, the term this community uses for this type of site is gambling. And yes, a lot of the sites out there would qualify under the kind of definition of gambling. CSGO Lotto does not.
Yeah, fan base. A lot of these sites, 99% of them, would qualify as gambling under legal terms. But my site doesn't, even though it's identical in both its purpose and design. But mine's not illegal. Mine's not illegal gambling. It's not gambling at all, actually.
I've actually worked with an attorney right here in downtown Orlando. He has his own firm down here. Countless hours to make sure that this is 100% legit before we even started the site, even to this day, to make sure that we're always on the up and up.
You guys, I worked with a lawyer because we all know that lawyers are really trustworthy and they don't use technicalities and legal jargon to try and get around what is actually illegal. We know that there's a difference between the spirit of the law and the letter of the law. This is why murderers can get away with murder if there's a problem with the legality and the technicalities of it. So, he wanted to make sure this was all on the up and up as he did, telling everyone, obviously, before he created the site and before he promoted it, that he owned it. And he did that. Exactly, he did that.
In that sense. And we 100% are. It's not gambling. So let's just make that clear.
The personal and class action lawsuits disagree with you. I think they think it is gambling. And the FEC that is probably going to investigate you also thinks it's gambling.
So, but besides that, we wanted it to be legit in that aspect, but I also wanted it to be legit in terms of performance and dependability and stuff like that. A lot of the sites out there aren't that dependable. And honestly, CSGO Lotto struggles with it sometimes. We have to do a lot of refunds. I have hired 15 people on our support staff who work day and night to make sure that if there's an issue that happens with Steam, because Steam trading can be kind of inconsistent, that people have other people to talk to get their items back and make sure that, everything is right and kosher and stuff like that. So it's been a super big passion of mine to create something that I really enjoyed this. I know a lot of other people really enjoyed it, so I wanted to build something that was better than what was currently out there. And so far, I think I've done a pretty good job. Yes, there's a lot of improvements to make. There's more ground to cover, but I'm proud of what I've created so far. And I'm going to continue working to improve it and make it better every single day. And there's nothing to be ashamed of about that. It's just, I started a business. There's nothing about that that's wrong. So that's the first thing. The second thing that's way more important to me is the video that originally called Tom and I out on public information that was publicly available and has been since we first started. In that video, he says that, he doesn't say it, he doesn't accuse us of it, but he says that we allegedly, which is him accusing but trying to use legal terms, it's stupid.
Yeah, look at these other YouTubers trying to use legal terms. It's so stupid, even though we went to a lawyer so we could get kids to gamble by using legal terms.
He's saying that basically we faked our videos on the site, and we faked our kind of games that we played, and faked our winnings and reactions and stuff like that to promote people to go over the site and play and think that they can win big too, and in actuality that actually never happens.
Bullshit.
Now, this is 100% bullshit, all right? It really pisses me off so much, because there's absolutely nothing that he has in terms of proof to be making accusations like this, nor any of the other hater channels which have kind of grasped onto this. So where this is coming from is recently there was this big fiasco, this big scandal, this big drama in the CSGO community about CSGO Wild and some of the FaZe guys. They said that FaZe Rain and FaZe Adapt faked bets and they weren't real bets, and it was all to promote the site and stuff like that. I have no clue what happened there. I know FaZe Rain, I know FaZe Adapt, I've met them in person, they're super chill dudes. Honestly, I don't think they did it. They're stand-up guys from what I see, so I truly the fact that people would make accusations as bold as that without actually having proof is crazy to me. And I encourage you guys to not believe anything unless there's actual, true, irrefutable proof. And there's not, even in that case. So it's it doesn't make any sense. And there's absolutely none in Tom and I's case either. It's every single game that I played on Lotto, every single skin that I won or lost was real, all right? It was 100% real. I can promise you guys that. All those videos I did, I had that $24,000 win. I've had a couple $10,000 wins. I had a $10,000 loss the other day. Every single game that I have ever played has been 100% real.
Got him!
I cross my heart and hope to die.
Got him!
Swear to God, on Cooper's life. Okay? So I literally, that's faking something like that. And kind of being deceiving like that would be one of the worst things you could possibly do.
No, it turns out one of the worst things you can do is create a site to get kids to gamble and then pretend you didn't own it. In fact, creating the site alone is bad enough. You don't open a business like that. You don't open it when you don't open it full stop, let alone when you're a public figure on YouTube. Oh my God.
I promise you guys, that's not who I am. No matter how much these smaller guys who like to tear at the bigger guys like to believe it, I'm a normal person. I'm a decent person with a conscience.
No, guys, I'm a decent person with a conscience, especially on my way down to the bank with all the kids' money.
And with honor and with, I don't understand why they like to paint these big YouTubers out as bad guys. Actually, I do.
It's because you are bad guys.
Because it gets them views. It sells. Drama sells, so they want to make all these false accusations. I don't know how you could sleep at night knowing that you put down other people with misinformation and cause them harm. How could you live with yourself?
He's absolutely right. How could we live with ourselves on reporting such scandal? I mean, he can live with himself. It's okay stealing and illegal activity, getting kids to bet their parents' money or the spending money, the pocket money or whatever. But how could we live with ourselves for reporting it? Oh, man, I know I'm not going to sleep tonight. I'm just not going to be able to sleep tonight.
Don't you have a conscience? I don't know. It's besides the point. Anyway, it was all 100% real. Just because I own the site does not mean that that's fake. It's no different than me playing on any other site or any other YouTuber playing on our site. It literally doesn't matter. So have I received skins to play on the site from CSGO Lotto before? Yes. I would actually say I don't want to just throw out numbers that don't really have any meaning, because that's what a lot of these hater channels do. But if I was to guess, I would probably say that 70% of my bets have been literally with my own skins. I've been pretty lucky on Lotto and on other sites that I win more than I lose. So a lot of the bets that I made and a lot of those videos I've made have been with the same skins that I earned from when I first started playing. It's just it kind of multiplied and multiplied. I've had kind of a rough streak lately, but there have been times where I have received skins from CSGO Lotto to play on the site. And that's not a big deal either. I don't you have to take a step back and look at it. CSGO Lotto is a company. TMartin Enterprises is a company. CSGO Lotto pays TMartin Enterprises for promotion. TMartin Enterprises promotes CSGO Lotto. That's just how it works.
Well, thank you very much for that explanation on just how it works. Yes, we know how it works, but first of all, it would be bad enough if you were getting sponsored, which you wasn't. You actually own the company, and on top of that, you didn't mention it to anybody. And you can't get it. You just can't comprehend why there's so much hate towards you. Well, because you're a scumbag.
That's how any advertisement on YouTube works. It's been going on since YouTube started. There's absolutely no problem with that. The problem with that would be if I didn't divulge that information, and I do. You can look at the descriptions of every single one of my CSGO Lotto videos. It says in there, like, thank you to CSGO Lotto for either sponsoring or made in collaboration with, or, you know, whatever other terminology I've used in the past. Every single one of those has that listed. So.
And here it is again, yet another lie. First of all, you wasn't sponsored by and it wasn't in collaboration with, you own the site. Second of all, you went back and added these descriptions to all the videos after the story broke. 8 Thoughts and HCH Productions have covered this, amongst other people, that show the Google cache and the modifications made after the story broke. So no, you didn't tell anyone. That's what's wrong with it.
So there's literally, like, there's not a story here.
Yes, there is.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I created a site, I wanted to build something awesome for other people to enjoy, and I did that, and I played on that site. It didn't give me any sort of advantage. It's no different than any other player playing on that site. Obviously, on my end, me playing on Lotto rather than playing on other sites gives me an advantage because it promotes my own site, which makes sense for me. Like, what? But it's not immoral. There's nothing wrong with that. So
there was nothing wrong with playing on my own site that I own, take the profits from, promoted without telling anybody that I was involved or owned it or was sponsored by it, lied about it, and also as an owner, I have control of the entire site, and including the back end, so I can win on screen if I choose to. He, like you said, he put together a team of programmers and software engineers. I'm a designer. I know. I have friends who are programmers. I know he can easily gain control of the back end systems, and he can have as many wins as he wants on YouTube to promote it. So yes, there's something wrong with that.
I don't know. It really bothers me. It doesn't bother me that people know about me owning the site. I've always been upfront about that. That's never been a secret.
No, it was never a secret. Well, only up until the story broke. But until then, I lied about it constantly and never mentioned it.
But it was never a secret.
What bothers me is when people say that I would fake stuff and lie to you guys and deceive you guys and just be like a shady scumbag, I guess. I don't know. I can't really think of it, but I'm 100% honest. I have a conscience. You guys have made my dreams come true. You truly have. You guys have given me everything that I have. Your support has gotten me through so many low points in life, brought me to so many high points in life, given me so many amazing life experiences, and there's no way I could ever pay you guys back. I hope I'm able to create entertaining videos for you guys, and it really bothers me when somebody would say that I would do something like that to you guys, to mislead you guys and hurt you guys in a sense, because I absolutely never would. You guys mean the absolute world to me. So sorry for the long video. I know it kind of turned into a little bit of a rant, but I don't get it. It's really exhausting. Like, all these guys that just try to find any sort of dirt or create any sort of drama they can to bring you down and bring themselves up, and it's just it's exhausting. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna catch you guys later. More videos coming today. Make sure you guys check back, and peace out.
So why on earth would I make this video? And before anyone thinks it, or if this video gets views and people think I'm just jumping on the hate train, no, and it's not about getting views either, because this is a new channel, it's not monetized, and it won't be probably for years, so I get nothing from this. But as a new YouTuber, it concerns me the state of affairs on YouTube. And like I said, there are some YouTubers that I've always had a gut feeling about. So for 5 or 6 years I've watched YouTube, and there's certain people I've not subbed to. This is one of them. Pro Syndicate is another. There's a few other big ones, bigger than these guys even, that I've not subbed to. And just that gut feeling that is now been confirmed. So that's why I made this response video. This, just a little disclaimer, this video was not owned by me. This was originally his video that he uploaded and then into public domain. It became public domain property. He then deleted it. Somebody else captured it. I just happened to stumble across it, and I recorded it and thought I'd make a response to it. I have covered the CS Lotto story in a couple of other videos if you want to go check those out. But you probably know as much as anybody does now. So He's not done anything wrong, except the FEC are probably going to investigate him. There's a class action lawsuit and several personal lawsuits against him, his company, CSGO Lotto, and against Pro Syndicate, because these guys, A, created a site that is a gambling site. They promoted that site, omitted any information that they owned it, and this site targets underage gambling. It targets children with Valve or Steam accounts, whatever the PC systems are linking the on-game line in. Excuse me, the gaming systems now that are just automated for downloads. Steam and Valve are two of them. I think it's the Valve accounts actually. I think it's Valve that's getting sued. But this is why I made this video. I'm starting a YouTube channel. I don't. Not everybody's like this, and one of my biggest downfalls is a moral compass that is so sharp. I fail myself every single day. I fail my own moral code every day because my ideologies are so of such a high class and level that I fail. There's no human possible way. But I would never steep the. When you've got millions of viewers and subs, when you probably take home 7 figures a year, and then you decide to do a non-apology video from your mansion that was paid by the people that view your videos, you have got some balls. And actually, I don't think he does. It's a figure of speech. But just look at that face. Come on, guys, why do you sub to him? Can't you just tell there's something amiss there? There's that gut feeling. He's got one of those auras about him that you just can't trust. Anyway, this is just another gaming channel bringing you just another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and cheers.